In today's video, we talk about the deadlift. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul from ProPhysique.com, and today I'm shooting the video inside because, well, I just want to get it done quicker, and it's a little bit windy and noisy outside today. It's a beautiful day here in Florida, but I just wanted to get the video started, and I mentioned in yesterday's video I was going to discuss a little bit about deadlifting. So yesterday was one of my first heavy days deadlifting back. It was actually the first day that I've gone up to 315 pounds. The week prior I'd only gone up to 225. And so I also wanted to experiment a little bit with some conventional and some sumo. So what I thought I would do for this video is, instead of discussing it, I would actually put the videos up so you can see, and I'll do a voiceover for the videos. Now, I don't have a microphone on my computer as of yet. It's probably something I need to purchase as I get more subscribers. I want to put more value into the channel and provide a better product for you guys. So a microphone would be a good investment for me at this time. I have a microphone on this camera, which I feel helps a great deal. But anyway, for now, I'm just going to do the voiceover on the computer. I'm going to show you some deadlifts. I'm going to talk through my points that I think in my head when I'm deadlifting, the cues that I use, what I'm actually trying to accomplish, and then I'm also going to discuss the differences I see between the conventional and the sumo, and my thoughts on should you use one or the other. Now, the short answer to should you use one or the other is you should use the one that works the best for you, that's going to allow you to lift the most weight safely. However, there can be reasons why one would be better beyond that. One would be if you squat quite a bit and you're a low bar squatter, it may be beneficial for you to use a sumo deadlift because it would take away some of the lower back fatigue. Even though for some people a conventional deadlift is a stronger deadlift, if you have carryover between the squat and the deadlift at a high frequency, it can be beneficial to take out some of that range of motion and put a little more stress on places other than the low back when you're squatting and deadlifting with high frequency and high weight. But that doesn't really matter to me right now. What I'm focused on with me personally is just getting back into some good habits. And so I wanted to show you the differences, in my opinion, between my conventional and my sumo. Now, granted, I'm not doing a full sumo deadlift. I am still trying to do what I call a hybrid deadlift. It's something that Eric Helms showed to me when I was in Australia, and it's something that Jeff Alberts does and a few others. And I think there's value there in it for me. I think it's going to take me a little while to get used to it. So what I'm going to do is every time I deadlift, I'm going to do some conventionals and some sumos, the hybrid variety, and try to work on, hip mobility, getting things into position. And I think there will be some value there for me for more like long-term progress and health. I do love deadlifting. I have a acceptable form for conventional, and that's something I'm going to continue to do. So either way, I want to do both, but I would like to see if there is any benefit for me learning how to do the sumo deadlift or hybrid variety that I'm doing in this video. So hopefully you guys watch and enjoy the comparison. I'm going to try to do screens side by side, do the voiceover so you can kind of see leverages and where things are and where they move. Hopefully you guys enjoy the deadlift discussion. For those that are looking for a more specific deadlift video, I do have a deadlift specific video that I'll link up below, or if you just search for Paul Revelia deadlift tutorial. It's actually done with a grad student from USF when I was taking classes there. He was in the grad program, and his name is Danny Bove, an excellent kinesiologist. And when I was taking the kinesiology biomechanics course, he and I did that video together, and I just love his delivery. So I'll link the video below for my actual deadlift tutorial. But for now, you can just watch what I did yesterday. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, so let's just start. We'll probably go through this a few times, but if you notice, the first thing I do with the conventional deadlift is I bend at the waist to get the bar. Don't bend at the knees to get the bar. You want to load the hamstrings. It's a hinge movement. The next thing you'll see me do on each lift is I actually take a second to tighten my lats. If you look at the lat muscles, they actually brace the spine. So see what I did right there? Packed them down. The final thing I do before I start the lift is I'll actually put tension on the bar by starting it and ensuring that I'm in good position. This is when I pull my shins to the bar. When my shins hit the bar and my back is neutral, I know I'm in a good position. So here is me trying a hybrid deadlift. So this is where my feet are actually outside of my grip width. Again, packing the lats, keeping the bar tight. One thing I have to do, I don't have real mobile hips, is I have to work on getting my hips a little more open and clearing them out of the way. But I do, based on this, kind of like what I see. So let's do these two side by side and see how they look actually. All right, so we're gonna do the setup. If you look at the one on the left, that's the hybrid. The one on the right is the conventional. And so let's look at the back angle. Back angle looks pretty similar, but the conventional seems to take a little longer to reach. So one thing I notice here is I'm able to get a little closer to the floor because my feet are spread. I feel like the lift on the left, or the hybrid, looks a little bit more efficient to me. Now that actually surprises me because I felt a little bit awkward the entire time I was doing the hybrid. So let's go back and look at this set one more time. Let's watch for the bar path. A bar path on a deadlift should come straight up. And I feel like with the conventional, I have a really good bar path. I've always felt really good when I'm healthy with the conventional deadlift. It just feels very natural to me. You see, I pack the lats, I get the shins to the bar, back is neutral, I come up and lock it at the top, shoulders back and glutes. Now, here I am stepping into the conventional, or to the hybrid again, and again, this felt very awkward to me. As little as this hip opening was, as little bit as my feet were wider, I must have a very narrow hip or very immobile hips because it felt very wide to me. I actually adjusted it a little bit wider at the end. But to me, this just looks like a more efficient movement. If I was being objective and watching somebody else, I would say, hey, you should be doing this hybrid version versus the conventional. So I'm going to put a little bit more effort in it based on what I'm seeing here today and doing more of the hybrid versions. So once I was done, if you noticed in those, I did not use a belt. I was really focusing on bracing. So once I was done, I wanted to get a little bit extra volume. So here I am talking to the camera, but I don't want to use that audio. So from this angle, you'll see some of the same things. The difference is here, I'm using a belt and I'm using straps, and I only do that because, again, I haven't been doing a lot of deadlift volume, so I have to build up my, my strength and endurance, and I didn't want my grip or my bracing to be the limiting factor here. So again, very tight, working on getting into a very good start position, putting some tension on the bar, packing the lats, bracing, and you know, already warm here, so the bar is coming up pretty quickly. So I'm very happy that I'm back to deadlifting again. I do intend to do a lot more with this hybrid variation, working on some hip mobility. I do think that that's the limiting factor for me, along with the fact that it just feels strange. So for anybody out there, all you guys that are trying new variations on techniques, just because they feel strange the first time you do them, that doesn't mean they're wrong, because based on how I felt, I wouldn't do hybrids anymore. But based on what I see in this video, I'm definitely going to work on them more. Hopefully, guys, this was helpful. And if you'd like more videos like this, just let me know in the comments below. You guys have an awesome Saturday staring at my face. See you guys.